What an intense, emotional match that was.
We call that couples counseling, Smackdown style.
And from the looks of these two, they make one heck of a team.
Yeah, in and out of the ring from what I'm hearing.
So I guess the rumors must be true. They really are a couple then.
Sure, this week, but she seems like a lady who has a hard time making up her mind.
I'm alive, I can't complain no more. The sun out, baby, I don't see the rain no more. To watch.
Judgment Day is come and gone, and the march toward the Great American Bash begins tonight. Michael Cole here with JBL at ringside, and it sounds like the champ is going to have his hands full.
We've heard rumors about some funny business backstage involving him and a certain diva.
And his former ally is back and blames him for the injury that put him on the shelf.
For his sake, I hope he keeps his head in the game and his eyes on the prize.
We've been hearing rumors that the champ's ex-partner blames him for the injury he suffered several weeks ago.
Yeah, and with him coming to ringside this week, we could see some sparks fly.
She's the champ's new manager, and the rumor has it that it's a position she lobbied for.
He's a lucky man. I'd like to think of myself as having a superior mind for business, but I'd let her manage me any day of the week.
Anytime you get a chance to face the champion one-on-one, even in a non-title match like this one, it can't help but raise your profile.
Yeah, but a big loss here tonight would prove to our general manager that he's not ready for prime time.
He's the champ's former partner who was sidelined with an injury several weeks ago, and now we've been hearing that he's looking for some payback.
I can't blame.
Houston, Texas is home to SmackDown action tonight. I'm Michael Cole here with JBL at ringside, and what a show we've got for you tonight.
Absolutely. After tonight, Houston's never going to know what hit it.
You've got that right, partner. The Space City loves SmackDown, and the superstars are not going to let them down.
Batista's had a lot of success so far, but that's because most of his opponents let him psych them out.
If you're not intimidated at the sight of a heavily muscled 6.5-foot animal like Batista, you better have your head examined. Tell me something. Do you really consider Montel Vontavious Porter to be SmackDown's MVP?
Absolutely. We've got a lot of talented superstars, but MVP is definitely at the top of the list.
How can you say that when we have so many decorated veterans on the roster?
Well, mainly because I know it bugs the heck out of you when I do. He made his opponent look like a chump with that counter. Man, this one's turned into a fight, pure and simple.
We knew it was going to be intense. We knew it was going to be physical. But I don't think anyone was prepared for this.
I gotta admit, it took me by surprise, and that doesn't happen often.
That's an understatement. You've been in hundreds of matches in your career. We both called hundreds more. We usually have a pretty good idea of what to expect, but not this time.
I guess it just goes to show you anything can happen here in the WWE.
Oh! What a counter that was!
If you ask me, Batista's best days were back when he was Triple H's lackey.
Batista was impressive as a member of Evolution, but it wasn't until he left them that he earned the first of several World Heavyweight Championship victories.
These fans have got something they want to share. Look at the fans. They know exactly what he's up to.
Oh my God! What a Batista bomb! This superstar is all fire. He may get the 3 count right here. 2, 3. He's got this crowd solidly behind him, and now he's going to give them exactly what they want to see. Love him or hate him, he's still SmackDown's champion.
He's living on borrowed time, trust me.
I think it's safe to say that his ex-partner certainly hopes so.
You can say that again. Being the champ has a way of earning you enemies.
I don't expect they'll be sending each other Christmas cards this year.
That's not much of a loss. I think the champ's found himself a much cuter partner.
Listen, I want to manage you again this week, but I also want our relationship to be, well, a little more than professional. Things haven't been going well with him lately. You're the one I want. I just don't know how I should handle it. What do you think I should do?
I don't know what ideas you're putting in my girl's head, but you better quit it. She's got no time for losers, and after I become the #1 contender and take your title at the Great American Bash, that's exactly what you're gonna be.
The Great American Bash might be 2 months away, but SmackDown's on fire tonight. Michael Cole with JBL at ringside, and John, what do you think of this little love triangle we've got going on?
I think it's a disgrace for our champion to be carrying on with another superstar's woman like this.
I'm not sure it's as cut and dried as that, partner.
I'm sure that's what he'd have you believe, but I trust this guy about as far as I can throw him.
Over the past few months, he's elevated himself to the position of #1 contender, but he might also have some personal reasons for wanting to face the champ.
No question, Michael. No man wants another rooster in the hen house, if you know what I mean.
One of the champion's constant obligations is to identify and eliminate potential threats to his title, and he's got his work cut out for him tonight.
Well, let me get this straight. He's supposed to represent SmackDown, and he's running around with another man's girl. Well, maybe I'm old-fashioned, but that doesn't seem right to me.
Here's someone I didn't expect to see. She's supposedly broken up with the champ's opponent. So what's she doing out here?
I don't know, but this is only going to make a volatile situation worse. Nothing makes a man's blood boil faster than a beautiful woman.
What a reversal!
Come on, quit showing off. This is a wrestling match, not a popularity contest.
We've seen this before. He's been wrestling his style of match, and he's coming up on a big payoff. A textbook reversal. Can he follow up? He saw that one coming. I don't think anyone in this match has even considered that they might not walk out the winner.
Of course not. That's the kind of attitude that gets you beat quicker than anything.
And that's something I don't think people realize. The mental conditioning of the WWE superstars is just as impressive as the physical conditioning.
Batista's had a lot of success so far, but that's because most of his opponents let him psych them out.
Look at that! That's going to go over big with the fans and build some momentum.
His opponent might not have enough left to kick out. These superstars are at the top of their game, but only one of them is going to have his hand raised at the end of this one.
And that's a real... Here it is. He's building up a head of steam, and he's about to let his opponent have it.
And if his opponent is smart, he'll get the hell out of there. Man, you just can't...
Looks like he's taking his opponent for a ride.
What a huge Batista bomb. That's not a ride you want to take twice.
This super...
Here's the pin. This could be it. Here's the pin. These superstars have been giving it everything they've got all night.
They sure have. And that's where the superb conditioning of the WWE superstars comes into play.
Yeah, you're not going to win a match if you're blown up 2 minutes into it.
You can say that again. I've seen matches won and lost simply because one superstar was able to outlast their opponent. He's got this crowd solidly behind him, and now he's going to give them exactly what they want to see.
You can't just keep playing to the crowd. That's a huge distraction, in my opinion. I can't believe the lack of respect these fans have for Chavo Guerrero and his legendary family.
I don't think it's the Guerreros that...
Look at the fans. They know exactly what he's up to.
Oh my God! What a Batista bomb!
Instead of pandering to the fans...
There's the cover! Can he do it?
The crowd makes a huge difference. You know, there's such a thing as playing to the crowd too much, and that's what I'm seeing here.
The champ is still in possession of the title that his opponent craves.
That's not the only thing he's in possession of from the looks of things.
That's a good point. I can't help but notice that he's leaving alone.
That's a dirty trick, undermining your opponent by stealing his girl.
Well, like they say, all's fair in love and war.
And make no mistake about it, this is the start of a war, I guarantee it.
Yeah, so I figure it's only a matter of time before that gold's around my...
Oh boy, I don't know if he meant for the champ to hear that.
What are you doing with her? And you've got the nerve to accuse me of fooling around?
Whoa, hold on, calm down.
Stop it!
That's your idea of a real man, huh? Come on, we're leaving.
Did you see that? The #1 contender just laid out the champ.
I heard about your little backstage scuffle, and I don't want any more of that, you feel me? I can't afford to have my top guy injured before the Great American Bash. I'm keeping the two of you away from each other this week.
Hey there, it's me. I just got the okay to accompany you to ringside in your match this week. So I'll see you out there. And hopefully before. I just love having you for a partner.
With the Great American Bash still almost 2 months away, things are really heating up on SmackDown. Michael Cole here with John Bradshaw Layfield at ringside, and the champ is looking for revenge tonight.
Yeah, the #1 contender punked him out earlier this week and made him look like a damn fool.
And that assault has emboldened other potential contenders to step up and challenge the champ.
That means the champ's got to send a message to the locker room tonight.
It's kind of nice to see the champ doing his fighting inside the ring for a change.
I bet he's thinking the same thing. He's definitely got the worst of that little backstage scuffle we heard about earlier.
It's hard to separate fact from fiction, but it seems like she's decided to dump the #1 contender in the champ.
That's what I call trading up, but the champ had better be careful. If he loses his title, he might lose that little gold digger too.
I've heard that he's complained that the champion's love life is overshadowing the hype with his non-title match.
If you ask me, I think he's just jealous of the fact that the champ can get himself a lady who's that smoking hot. you ask me, Batista's best days were back when he was Triple H's lackey.
Batista was impressive as a member of Evolution, but it wasn't until he left them that he earned the first of several world...
Come on, quit showing off. This is a wrestling match, not a popularity contest.
We've seen this before. He's been wrestling his style of match, and he's coming up on a big payoff. What a counter that was!
Man, I don't want this match to end.
I'm with you, partner. But it's got to end sooner or later.
Well, whichever way it goes, no one can say that these superstars didn't give it everything they got.
This superstar is all fired up. And so is this capacity.
He could get the pin right here.
It sounds like this capacity crowd has something on their minds.
Yeah, and 10,000 paying customers can't be wrong. He's going in for the kill.
Batista bomb! My God! I think he might have knocked his opponent out cold with that one. He could pin his opponent right here.
2, 3.
I certainly don't envy the rep. Oh boy, how did I know we'd be seeing him here tonight?
If you ask me, the champ's lucky he waited until after the match.
I think the champion is inviting him into the ring.
And I, for one, would love to see that cheating slime ball get his due.
It seemed like he stuck better of it. Thank goodness for that.
Speak for yourself. I can't wait for those two to throw down again.
I just got Mr. McMahon's email, and all I can say is, bring it on. I've got a new lady in my life these days, and she's going to help me get a little payback on you and that cheating tramp.
Hey there. I hope you're ready for our match this week. I don't know about you, but I'm definitely looking for some payback against my ex. And his little girlfriend.
Geez, everyone seems so wound up about this match. I really don't know what the big deal is. Oh, and don't tell my fella about this, but I'm kind of looking forward to being in the ring with you.
We're just over a month away from the Great American Bash. This is Michael Cole here with JBL at ringside, and what a main event we have for you tonight.
It's a Great American Bash preview with the champ versus the #1 contender.
And the addition of their significant others makes this a mixed tag team match.
Nothing gets a man more fired up than a beautiful woman at his side. This is gonna be intense.
He definitely wants to soften up the champion before their match at the Great American Bash, but that's not his only agenda here tonight.
It sure isn't. He's got a new lady in his life and payback on his mind.
If you ask me, I think the #1 contender's done pretty well for himself, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. She's so hot, even you're attracted to her.
She's obviously holding a grudge against Direx, and I don't think she's too happy with his new girlfriend either.
There's nothing I love more than a good old-fashioned catfight, and I hope we see one here tonight.
It's the second time in 4 weeks that the champ has faced his #1 contender, and that could cost him down the line.
That's for sure. Every time he gives his challenger a chance to face him, he's basically giving him practice for their Great American Bash match.
Watching these superstars go at it reminds me why I prefer to stay on this side of the...
There's the cover. And there's the counter.
I hope this isn't the last time we see these superstars face off.
I don't say that too often, but I completely agree with you. This has all the makings of a nice, long rivalry.
I don't know how nice it is, but there are certainly some issues between these superstars, and I think this match might only exasperate them.
Hey, watch your language. This is a family show.
I said exasperate. Oh, never mind.
He dodged that bullet.
Oh! You talk about raw power. You talk about intensity. Have you ever seen a superstar like Batista?
He's impressive, no question. But it's not like he's the biggest or the baddest guy to set foot in a WWE ring.
Well, you gotta be pretty big and pretty bad to wear championship gold, and that's what Batista's done.
Look at that. Pandering to the crowd.
Nothing.
He's 3 seconds away from victory.
I don't think anyone in this match has even considered that they might not walk out the winner.
Of course not. That's the kind of attitude that gets you beat quicker than anything.
And that's something I don't think people realize. The mental conditioning of the WWE superstars is just as impressive as the physical conditioning. It sounds like this capacity crowd has something on their minds.
Yeah, and 10,000 paying customers can't be wrong. These people might not respect Chavo Guerrero, but they have to respect the legendary Guerrero family.
Well, and there's the fact that he's a phenomenal superstar and there's the cover. Can he do it? This superstar is all fired up, and so is this capacity crowd.
Yeah, well, one mistake and we're going to see that fire put out pronto. This has been a great match so far, but I think it's pretty obvious which way it's going.
Oh, really? Are you willing to go out on a limb and actually make a guess then?
There's no guesswork involved. But if you're going to be snippy, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut.
Wow, if I knew it was that easy, I would have said that years ago.
What Michelle McCool lacks in experience, she makes up for in legs. Look at those things.
She's a good-looking woman, but it's going to take more than that to pick up the win here tonight.
You know you'd have a lot more success with women if you stopped trash-talking them.
Oh! He anticipated that move perfectly.
Man, what a match. Kids, if you're watching this, don't try this stuff at home.
Absolutely not. These are trained WWE superstars, and even they wind up.
Man, this crowd is really swelling this guy's head.
He's got him covered.
1, 2, 3.
I've been looking forward to this match all.
What an intense, emotional match that was.
We call that couples counseling, Smackdown style.
And from the looks of these two, they make one heck of a team.
Yeah, in and out of the ring from what I'm hearing.
So I guess the rumors must be true. They really are a couple then.
Sure, this week, but she seems like a lady who has a hard time making up her mind.
mistake. Maybe I shouldn't have left him. I don't know. I'm so confused. I'll talk to you later. Hi, it's me. Look, I think it would be a good idea if I got some of my stuff back. I'm pretty sure I left something in your dressing room. Let me know when I can come by and get it, okay? Stop messing with your head? Listen, this hasn't been easy for me either. And if you're just going to be a jerk about it, I hope you get your head handed to you in your match this week. Lose this number, creep.
We're only a month away from the Great American Bash. This is Michael Cole and JBL welcoming you to SmackDown, where it seems our champion's complicated love life has gotten even more convoluted.
And I can't believe the champ's letting himself get distracted like this going into a title defense.
And to make matters worse, his girlfriend might be going back to her ex, the number one contender.
I guess we'll see if the champ's letting the pressure get to him tonight.
You know, I think we spent more time discussing the champ's love life than his upcoming title defense at the Great American Bash.
Yeah, and it's obvious to me that his head isn't in that match. He should be focused on one thing, retaining his championship.
And this is exactly the wrong superstar to have to face if you're distracted by personal issues.
Look on the bright side. At least it's a non-title match. When the champ gets his head handed to him, maybe that'll be the wake-up call he needs.
Watching these superstars go at it reminds me why I prefer to stay on this side of the announce table.
You know, if you let me train you, you could be cruiserweight champ inside a year.
Oh, no. I've heard stories about the way you train people. You make Marine drill instructors look like pushovers.
Are you surprised? They're just training people to go to war. I train them to be WWE superstars.
Well, thanks but no thanks, partner. I think I'll...
Come on, quit showing off. This is a wrestling match, not a popularity contest.
We've seen this before. He's been wrestling his style of match, and he's coming up on a big payoff.
Man, this crowd is really swelling this guy's head.
There's no doubt that these fans love him, and he's feeding off that energy right now. A textbook reversal. Can he follow up? That reversal might stop his opponent's momentum dead. You talk about raw power. You talk about intensity. He's got this crowd solidly behind him. And now he's going to give them exactly what they want to see.
You can't just keep playing to the crowd. That's a huge...
This capacity crowd is on its feet. It knows what's coming.
Batista bomb. That will break every bone in your body.
The adrenaline is pumping. The crowd is coming alive. This is what the...
There's the cover.
Me too, and I...
Look at this. Pandering to the crowd.
Nothing wrong with keeping the paying customers happy while you build some momentum. Here we go again. What's this guy's problem?
His problem is that the champ's been leaving threatening messages for his girl.
Now wait a minute. Whoever said she was his girl anyway?
I'm just saying what I've heard. And I've heard they've been spending time together.
Well, whatever the case, I think he needs to just let go.
You make this sound like it's all his fault. Don't you see that he's the victim here?
I hope last week taught you that there's someone out there who will look out for my feelings, even if you won't. You should have treated me better, because Payback and I have something in common. We can both be a real...
I'm I'm going to keep this short and sweet, champ. This week is the beginning of the end for you, and you ain't going to see it coming.
We are less than a month away from the Great American Bash.
All I'm saying is, my hotel room's right down the street from the arena.
No, thank you.
What, you got something to say to me?
Oh my God! It's the #1 contender!
He just suckered the champ again.
That was perfect. That idiot didn't even see it coming.
Don't tell me she's concerned. She's the reason he's in this mess.
Maybe so, but now he has to face one of them tonight here on SmackDown. He's doing his best to hide it, but you know he must still be in a lot of pain from that backstage assault.
And that's what you've got to do. Never let your opponent know you're hurting. But if I were him, I'd want to finish this one quick.
Listen.
The cowardly way he set up the champion for that backstage ambush absolutely sickens me.
You say cowardly, I say genius. Look, I've said before, if the champ lets himself get distracted by personal issues, that's the kind of thing he should expect.
Even if, here it is, he's building up a head of steam and he's about to let his opponent have it.
And if his opponent is smart, he'll get the hell out of there.
Gregory Helms used to enjoy tremendous fan support once upon a time, but he drove his fans away when his attitude changed.
Oh, man. Who needs a bunch of 8-year-olds screaming your name? He's going in for the kill.
Batista bomb! My God! I think he might have knocked his opponent out cold with that one! We've seen this before. He's been wrestling his style of match.
On the mat, shoulders down. This could be it. You know, there's such a thing as playing to the crowd too much, and that's what I'm seeing here.
I disagree. He's wrestled this match his way all along, and now we see it paying off.
Man, this one's turned into a fight, pure and simple.
We knew it was going to be intense. We knew it was going to be physical. But I don't think anyone was prepared for this. Look at that. That's going to go over big with the fans and build some momentum at the same... Looks like he's taking his opponent for a ride.
What a huge Batista bomb. That's not a ride you want to take twice. Instead of panicking the fans, you should really keep your head.
He could pin his opponent right here.
Look at this. Pandering to the crowd.
Nothing wrong with keeping the paying customers happy while you build some momentum. That performance might have raised his profile around here.
Yeah, and if he winds up being a contender, the champ's got no one to blame but himself.
I can only imagine that the champ must be reaching his boiling point.
He's been pulled in too many directions at once. He needs to focus.
You're absolutely right. His championship won't defend itself.
And there sure isn't a lack of superstars who would love to take it from him.